Visa-free Africa? Burkina Faso joins the movement. Imagine an Africa where crossing borders feels as easy as traveling from one city to another. No piles of paperwork, no long embassy queues, no heavy visa fees. Just one passport and the freedom to explore the continent. This dream has been on the African Union's agenda for years, and slowly, country by country, it is becoming a reality. Free movement of people is one of the cornerstones of the African Union's Agenda 2063. The idea is simple: let Africans travel freely across Africa, the same way Europeans move across Europe. Support tourism, boost business, strengthen cultural bonds, and build a truly integrated continent. But the reality has been complicated. Many countries still require visas, often expensive ones, that slow down travel and discourage opportunities. Yet, a group of nations is leading the charge in breaking down these barriers. Let's look at the pioneers who have already taken bold steps. Shout out to our dear subscribers. To our non-subscribing friends, your support is as valuable. If you can take 1 second to hit the subscribe button, that will be fantastic. Benin was among the first, throwing open its doors to all African passport holders visa-free, no strings attached. The Gambia, a gateway to West Africa, followed with its own visa-free entry policy for Africans. Seychelles, a global tourist magnet, welcomes African travelers without visas, granting visitor permits on arrival. Rwanda, in 2023, made headlines by scrapping visa requirements for the entire continent, declaring that Africa should be one community, not a collection of borders. And just this year, Ghana joined the movement, giving all African citizens visa-free entry, positioning itself as a hub for Pan-African identity and trade. The benefits are clear. Easier travel encourages tourism. It makes business and trade cheaper and more efficient. Students and workers can move freely, spreading skills and knowledge. And perhaps most importantly, it strengthens the idea of a shared African identity: one people, one continent, one future. But it's not just about numbers. It's about connection: families reuniting across borders, young people discovering opportunities in neighboring countries, and cultural exchange that reminds us Africa is stronger together. Of course, it's not without challenges. Security concerns are real. Countries fear uncontrolled migration, trafficking, or crime. Revenue loss is another worry. For some governments, visa fees bring in significant income. And even where visa fees are waived, the systems and infrastructure from online applications to border posts aren't always ready. Kenya's visa-free experiment showed how confusing implementation can frustrate travelers instead of helping them. And now, there's a new member of this movement: Burkina Faso. On September 11, 2025, Burkina Faso's government announced that all African nationals will no longer pay visa fees when visiting the country. While the online visa process remains, the financial barrier has been removed. Leaders say the decision is about tourism, culture, and visibility. But more than that, it reflects a wider vision: a Pan-African future where borders unite rather than divide. In a significant move towards African unity and integration, the nation of Burkina Faso has officially abolished visa fees for all travelers from across the African continent. The announcement was made by Security Minister Mahamadou Sana following a cabinet meeting presided over by the country's leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Effective immediately, African nationals will no longer pay any fee for a visa. Minister Sana did clarify that travelers will still be required to complete an online application for approval before their journey. This decision positions Burkina Faso alongside other African nations like Ghana, Rwanda, and Kenya that have already eased travel restrictions for intracontinental visitors. The move is being framed by the ruling military government as a firm commitment to Pan-Africanist ideals. In an official statement, the junta's information service said the policy is designed to, and I quote, facilitate the movement of people and goods, and will also help promote tourism and Burkinabé culture. This development comes as Captain Traoré, who rose to power in a 2022 coup, continues to cultivate an image as a revolutionary leader and a critic of Western influence. While his charismatic leadership has garnered a substantial following across the continent, often amplified by social media, his government faces ongoing challenges. These include severe criticism over its authoritarian governance and its handling of a devastating Islamist insurgency that controls large portions of the country. It is also noteworthy that while citizens from West African nations currently enjoy visa-free travel, Burkina Faso's recent exit from the ECOWAS bloc alongside Mali and Niger casts some uncertainty on the future of those specific regional agreements. With Benin, Gambia, Seychelles, Rwanda, Ghana, and now Burkina Faso, the list of visa-friendly African countries is growing. It's not yet a majority, but it's momentum. Each new announcement adds pressure on neighbors to follow suit. The question now is, who's next? Will this wave finally push Africa closer to the dream of free movement for all its citizens? Africa is moving not just in trade, not just in politics, but in people. The freedom to travel across our own continent is more than a convenience. It's a step toward unity, prosperity, and the Africa we want. While the free visa or no visa fee movement is gaining ground among African nations, true ease of travel requires much more. Leaders must invest in affordable air and road connections, harmonize customs and border controls, and simplify digital entry systems across countries. Improving transport infrastructure, standardizing regional currencies or payment systems, and ensuring traveler safety are equally critical. Only by pairing visa openness with better connectivity, efficient logistics, and stronger protections for citizens can Africa unlock the full potential of seamless movement and economic integration. Africa is moving in the right direction. Let's go! This is Vlog ND, bringing stories that shape tomorrow. Tell us, if visas disappeared tomorrow, which African country would you visit first? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. We appreciate your support so much.